Hey, hey, hey!
Hey, hey, hey! Here we are, and there you are. Thank you for joining us on the Victory Rally, Day 2.
Yes, because day 1 we did awareness. Today we're going to do best, and tomorrow is calm.
Calm. So I don't know whether we're going to be able to show up calm on Facebook Live. I'm not quite sure how that's going to work.
I think if we show up too calm on Facebook Live, our viewers are going to fall asleep.
Well, and if you do, we do, and that's not going to work so well. So we're grateful to have you join us, and day 1 was really quite extraordinary. The life work that people did, wow, and even the life work that it caused us to do.
That's true.
And it reminds me of what your parents and my parents taught us.
Well, they taught us to do our best. I know mine did. They said, "Is this your best work?"
Mm-hmm.
If you're
Could you do just a little better?
Yeah, if you're going to clean something, are you cleaning it well? If you're going to do your homework, are you going to do it well? And they wanted me to do my best. Now, the truth is, today, I don't have a parent looking over me saying, "Is that your best?" Sometimes I have Yetta.
Which would maybe be even more pressure.
Yeah, that's when the fight broke out, Your Honor.
Exactly. And maybe that's the same in your life.
Yes.
We have a tendency, though, to want to do our best, I think, as a whole.
Yes, and then also, there's this thing about immediate...
gratification?
Gratification, yes, that's the word. Immediate gratification, because sometimes I find I'm not giving my best. Because maybe I'm a little bit lazy. Or there's this thing called a cell phone.
No!
And I'm driven to distraction. So I might be sitting with my wife having dinner, and my phone will be on the table, and it will buzz or flash, or a notice will come up on the screen. And even though I'm in the middle of a conversation with my wife, I'll turn and look at it. And it may distract me for 5 seconds. It may distract me for 10 minutes if I actually pick it up and answer it. Mm-hmm. So am I really giving my wife my best at that moment?
Right. So we're going to explore that and a whole lot more. So today, the big things that you can expect is we're going to chat about the life work. We're going to chat about also the life work that's already happened. We've kind of started to allude to it a little bit. We're going to give you an offer, and we're going to do it to something pretty incredible, actually. And then we're going to also recap just how to move forward, adding aware on top of the best, or adding best on top of aware.
Right. So when we talked about aware yesterday,
yes,
we were talking about really getting to know thyself a little bit.
And where do we resist wanting to know thyself? It's easy for me to see where Ken should get aware. And yet, have you ever noticed that when you tell someone else where they should be aware, one or two things kind of happen. Either it goes whoof, over, or worse yet, it creates a defensiveness and it just doesn't go well.
Right.
So it's how do you get into a state of curiosity? So there were some questions. If you didn't watch yesterday's, or you weren't able to join us, or you didn't catch the replay yet, I would encourage you to, because really getting clear on who you be and letting yourself discover rather than try and have someone else do it is going to work a whole lot better.
Yeah, for sure. Now, best.
Best.
It's kind of a moving target, right?
Kinda?
Well, it is, because you say you do your best, and then you realize that, a year later, maybe you're doing your best at playing a guitar or playing an instrument or reading quickly, right? But then a year later, you're doing better. So how could it have been your best if now you're better?
Right. So I think we have to allow ourselves the knowledge that we're even when we're doing our best, we're doing the best in this moment. And it is a moving target. It reminds me of my son, actually. He started reading at a young age, and he actually just called me the other day to say, Mom, how did you get me inspired to read? Because he knew himself not to be a reader initially, and now he's back having that conversation with his 7-year-old son. So he wanted to know, did I have any insights that I could remember? And I did share some with him, and they were really just to find something that inspired him, that would captivate him to read. And then I read some of it with him and then left some of it for him to read, because it's pretty hard to have to wait till Mama can come back to read. So it was
especially when it's exciting. It's like
right.
cliffhanger and you want to know what's going to happen next.
Right.
So you force yourself to read.
Right. So he became a really good reader, and now he's using that same methodology with his son. And he did his best for years, and for decades, in fact. And then a handful of years ago, he decided to go on a quest of increasing how much he was reading to a significant degree for a period of time. And he realized that his reading speed, although it had been his best for 20 years at that point, now all of a sudden needed to move.
Yeah, it wasn't good enough for the goal he wanted to do, which was read a book a day.
Right, even though he was already doing his best. And so he actually took some online courses, he did a little bit of speed reading, and literally within an hour he doubled his speeding read, because he was determined to shift his
speeding read? His
reading speed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
cool.
it.
I like it both ways.
Speeding read, reading speed, it was fast. So he took it from a couple of 100 words per minute to 400, which was a moving target of best. And so what I'm going to ask you to start think about, even before we get to the life work section, is where has your best been, and where do you want it to go? You know you gave it your all. It was your best. Like your mama and papa said, do your best, daughter. Do your best, son.
Right.
And you did. Where is it now, though, time to move that best to somewhere else?
Yeah. And so one of the things, this kind of ties into the awareness, is 2 questions, which are going to be part of your life work, not homework, life work.
We don't believe in homework, because I don't know about you, but I avoided all the homework I could when I was a kid. So I decided I like life work, because when I do life work, I actually have an even better life.
Yeah, like your life works.
Exactly. My life works. That's actually what I woke up dreaming and thinking about this morning, was that whole concept of, why did I resist homework? Because if I actually had applied it, my life would probably work better today.
Right. Hi, Joanne. Nice that you could make it.
Thrilled to see you.
And then, so where, this is 2 deep questions. Where am I accepting second best, or not the best, right? Second best means it's not the best.
Right.
So where in my life am I accepting not the best? And also, this one was a heart thumper, where am I giving second best?
Right. So we talked a little bit about, you were giving second best, maybe around
Cell phone. Interrupting my exclusive time looking into your eyes and talking to you, Yetta.
Exactly. And another area where I was accepting second best was in terms of my sleep. I don't know about you, and yet depending on what I do before I go to sleep, it totally changes how I sleep. So we actually gave our cell phones back to technology, which is kind of fascinating, because here we are on technology. We're on Facebook Live. We'll be sharing this on other platforms so that you can have access to this whenever you want it. But I think that's the caveat. Whenever you want it, and whenever you've set aside time. So I wasn't setting a cut off at nighttime, so therefore my sleep
boundary.
So therefore my sleep was interrupted. And I don't know about you, but depending on what goes in there as you're going to bed, it actually changes everything. Not only that night, the next day.
Yeah, like you would wake up mad at me for something I never did.
Or I would wake up and wake up and wake up.
Yes, you don't.
Because that was
you don't
distracting.
sleep, because your brain keeps working on it.
Right.
Because you put some problem in there or some negative feedback or watch something that wasn't uplifting before bed, and then that affects your sleep cycles.
Exactly. So now phones have a bedroom, and so we moved it from second best to
and
first.
it's not our bedroom.
No, it has its own bedroom. Another room. It's not actually a bedroom, but it is its bedroom, and it's far away from our bedroom, so we can't slip into second best. And maybe that wasn't even second best. Maybe that was third, fourth, or fifth best. Not sure. And yet the questions are, where are you accepting second best from someone else or something else? And then where are you giving your second best?
And there's a place where we give our best, and that's at the Roar Masterminds. We do them quarterly, once every 3 months, and the next one is coming up. And we said we'd give an offer, and here it is. February 15th, 8:45 in the a.m.
In the a.m.
In the a.m.
I love that. In the a.m. You'll want to be there hanging out with us, as well as a community of Roariers. We actually hashtag Power Partner, hashtag Roarier, because they know how to help each other access their brilliance, become aware without first us becoming defensive. It's an awareness piece, and bringing out the best in each other as well as in themselves. So it's all about championing each other. And this year the theme is 2020 Vision Living.
So how would they register if they wanted to come to that on February 15th?
Well, you can find the link on Eventbrite. You can go to roarcanada.ca. That's probably the easiest.
And there's a button there that just says register.
It does.
And there's a beautiful discounted price right now
An
for
investment
the whole series.
For the whole series for four, I can do my
put
math.
four
I got
fingers
four
up there.
fingers up. 4 fingers, 4 masterminds. And the dates are there. Check your calendar. Save the date. First one is February 15th. And then by lunchtime, you can be home hanging out with the family.
Yes, it is the day after Valentine's.
It is.
And it's a great way to get closer to your sweetie. If you have a partner coming together, I've seen couples come together to this event, and it's transformative, right, in their relationship.
It is, absolutely. Yeah. And whether you bring a girlfriend or you bring your partner, life partner, business partner, somebody that can help you take the experience that you're having and help not only you move forward, but help them move forward. Because as we do it together, like, it is the game changer.
Yes, it is. It's a game changer.
It really is.
Right, so now, how do we know what is great? Like, if we're managing our decisions, right? How do we know whether something is the best?
Best decision. So, and sometimes I'm going to say that when I make the decision, as we talked about a minute ago, I made the best decision I could in the moment, but it turned out not to be the best decision. And when it turns out not to be the best decision because of the outcome, now I've got to manage the decision I've made.
Kind of like sometimes you made a decision to date somebody, and that decision, now you had to end that relationship because the date didn't go so well or whatever you thought it would be. It was the best decision at the moment.
Right.
And so now you got to manage that decision by making probably another best decision that you can make.
Because it's like, not only is it a moving target in terms of what's your best and what is best, it's also a moving target in terms of, did it actually turn out to be the best?
Right.
Right?
Yeah, and you don't always know.
You don't always know.
If you want to evaluate whether your decisions are great or best, and you want a system to evaluate that so that you can then elevate your decision making. We have a ranking system.
We do, and I've been working with this for probably close to 10 years in one form or another, and what I find is it was as best as I could create it back about a decade ago. And in the last 3 to 6 months, I find the system itself has even gotten better.
Right.
Even better. And that's moving target best. And so when you're thinking about decision making, you want to think about its long-term impact, not just the short-term impact. That would be a pretty incredible criterion or vital criterion.
Long-term effect, compounded even, if you're going to make that same decision over and over and over again. Is this a poor decision, which we'd rank between 1 and 2?
Right. So on a scale of 1 low, 10 high, what you want to do is assess the decision and give it a number. Because once you have the number, you'll see what the number means. So your very first piece is just think about that decision. What's a decision you're wanting to make or in the process of making right now, Ken?
Well, sometimes you can make a decision that's smaller, but has a compound effect. Like, am I going to have a burger and fries for lunch? Or am I going to have a salad? Right?
Yeah.
And I can make the decision once if I choose. Big decision. I don't eat hamburgers and french fries, period, ever. Then when I look at the menu, I don't look at, what kind of burger do they have? I go look at what kind of salads do they have? Because that's my decision, right?
Well, which would be, in my mind, a best decision.
I know. And yet, I get temporary payoff for eating maybe a french fry or two. And so now I've got to decide what's the best decision at the moment. And it's still eat the salad.
It probably is.
But I might make a great decision, which would be have the burger with the fries burger with the salad.
Right.
And so best would be eat a salad.
Right.
Second best, which we consider great, would be eat a burger with a salad. And then good, what would that be?
Good would be having probably that burger without the bun.
Right? Okay, but still fries. Maybe sweet potato fries.
Sweet potato fries, maybe.
Yeah, and then okay would be to have that burger and fries once a month.
Right.
Right? That's okay. And then poor would be saying, I'm going to have that burger and fries twice or 3 times a week.
Right. So back to the ranking system. When you're thinking about any decision you're going to make, you want to ask yourself, is this decision, not just in the short term, in the long term, good? If I think it's not great, poor, I'll probably give it a ranking of 1 or 2. If I think it is okay, probably my ranking is going to sit somewhere between 3 and 4. And then I'm going to be looking at it and say, it's better than that. It's a good decision. It really is good. So it's a 5 or 6.
Right.
Or is it a great decision, 7 or 8? And then a best decision is going to have a score of 9 or 10. If you can't call it a 9 or 10, we can't call it best.
Yeah, so
no matter how hard we try.
Let me get Valentine's. Joanne said Valentine's is coming up.
Yeah.
That's a little less than a month. So this is my chance to say, other than accepting the Lord as my Savior,
right?
You, Yetta, are the best decision I ever made.
Aww. That's really cute and really sweet. Yeah. We'll have that chat afterwards. So, life work.
Yes.
We're there already.
So we're going to answer the 2 questions.
Right.
First of all, what am I accepting that is second best? And where in my life am I giving second best?
Right.
So those are 2 deep thinking questions.
So,
spend some time on those.
Right. So where are you accepting second best? And where are you giving second best? And answer that for yourself in writing. This is not a...
Get your journal out. Write those things down.
This is a journal thing.
Because they're going to start to affect the decisions you make in the future, the answers to those 2 questions. And then for our keeners, people that really, really want to... I've got a whole list of questions here.
And we're going to put them on the Roar Canada page. We'll even put them on the Dekker team page. We'll put them on our personal pages so you can have access to them because it's a whole lot to write down right now. However, we will read them real quick.
Real quick? Yeah, sure. It's what am I great at?
Yeah.
What am I good at? What am I poor at? what is most important in my life, what relaxes or calms me.
Which is a setup for tomorrow.
Yeah, for calm, yeah. What adds energy to me, what makes me stressed or tired, and what do I value? Now, the secret with these questions, it's great to answer them yourself. But also, if you can get your partner or a close friend or a family member or somebody at work, or maybe all three, answer these same questions about you. Because you may have what they call blind spots.
Which is what we talked about yesterday.
Where you can't see what you don't know. And someone else thinks it's obvious where you're really great at and you're not spending enough time there.
Exactly.
Or what's tiring you out and you're spending too much time there.
So we are looking forward to seeing you tomorrow on day 3. And I'm going to leave you with this thought. Good, you've probably heard this said, good is the enemy of great.
Yes, I've heard that.
You've heard that?
Yes.
And I bet you have too. And great is the illusion of best.
That's Yetta's saying.
It is. So have an amazing day, and we thank you for joining us, and we are going to continue on the victory rally because together we get to move so much further.
So join us tomorrow at 12:05 and we'll have the third in the series of the victory rally.
Calm.